After putting up a season-high 22 runs in just 5 innings in Game 1 of this doubleheader, we're back for some more. Game 2 against the Boonville Baseball Club. Hello, everyone. Welcome inside the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. I'm Logan Baranis, hopping on the call for this one alongside Kyle McMullen, who's staying on for Game 2. And Kyle, 22 over 5, definitely something that's going to be hard to repeat, but what really stood out to you during that first game?
What really stood out to me was the way that the Stallions approached their at-bats early going. They were jumping on a lot of fastballs, not waiting for mistake pitches, but waiting for a good fastball count to get into. There were a lot of them, a lot of 3-1 namely counts, but a good amount of 2-0, 2-1 counts as well. Stallions able to jump on a lot of good pitches to see, driving the ball gap to gap, keeping the ball out of the air, just delivering line drives and hard-hit ground balls through the infield the entire time.
And there were also 2 home runs hit from the Stallion offense, both coming in that first inning. We'll see one of those guys back in the lineup for this game, the other guy taking a night off or for Game 2. So let's take a look onto the field as the guests are slowly leaving the field, and we can take a quick look at today's fielding alignments brought to you by Nicorado Insurance. Over 50 years, 50 carriers, they've got you covered. It'll be J.P. Tsai back in the lineup doing the catching for the Stallions. Looking at the infield, Garrett Michelle had the start at DH in Game 1. He'll be on at first for Game 2. 2 returning members to the lineup in Brett Heckert and Max Codier, both coming back at second and shortstop respectively after missing a couple of games in a row. Brandon Fish going to stay on at third base for the Stallions in this one. And looking at the outfield, it'll be Jelani Rogers sliding over from center field to left field, and Easton Bertrand from right field to center field. Colin Mackel going to be at right field. And the starting pitcher for the Stallions today is Brian Booley.
Mr. Brian Booley, a 2-2 record to his name, 3.85 ERA in 7 games. 6 of those are starts. 25 and 2/3 innings pitched, 29 strikeouts, just 11 walks, and 25 hits. His last time out was July 13th against the Glens Falls Dragons. Through 5 innings, no runs, 4 hits, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. Looking to see a lot more of that lightning that he kept in a bottle his last time out.
It's going to be Booley's first appearance in 7 days, so well-rested is the FAU product. This will be his first appearance against this Boonville club. So we'll see just how he can affect, or really attack, this lineup today. Starting out for Boonville will be the second baseman in A.J. Pabst. Pabst hit further down in the lineup in Game 1, now batting leadoff against the righty Brian Booley. First pitch coming from Booley, and that's going to be taken high for a ball, and we're underway.
Game 1 starter Andy Font was more of a pitch-to-contact guy. You're going to see a lot more velocity and swing and misses out of a guy like Brian Booley.
Booley going to fire that 1-0, is going to be well outside. Pabst went 1 for 3 in Game 1, was one of the many Boonville players to get a hit. Despite the big blowout score, Boonville almost had as many hits as the Stallions. Booley looking for that strike zone, the 2-0. Going to be taken just high for a ball, so Booley quickly behind 3-0 already. Booley with a 3.86 ERA so far this year, 29 strikeouts. 3-0 coming from him is being taken for a strike on that upper outside part of the zone.
Pabst a 308 hitter out of the middle infield. Only 12 walks to his name and 52 at-bats, so not a guy that usually gets on with the free pass.
Just 4 RBIs on the year for Pabst. The 3-1 from Booley. Got on a miss for a strike, too. And Booley is able to battle back. It's now full.
Nicely done from Booley, continuing to throw that fastball over the heart of the plate, getting a chasing Pabst, climb the strike zone there.
Booley looking to set down Pabst for this first out. The full count pitch coming. It's low for ball 4. So Pabst being the first base runner for either side in this one, and it's a leadoff walk for the baseball club. That'll bring up Dan Talkin. Talkin also hit at that number 2 slot in the last game, went 2 for 3 with an RBI. Runner on first, nobody out at the top of the first. In Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader. First pitch coming to Talkins and be taken on the inside for a strike.
Heavy left-handed lineup for Boonville, especially in that first game. So the bottom of the lineup starting with a lefty, and their first 3, if not 4 hitters were lefties as well.
0-1 as he popped foul, ranging out of play, and that'll get it on top of the press box. He's quickly down 0-2. Talking a 383 hitter so far this year, 3 home runs and 21 RBIs. Paps getting a moderate lead off that first base bag.
Did he just wave to Booley off that lead at first?
The 0-2 coming from Booley is going to be popped foul over the press box.
I believe I just saw A.J. Paps give Brian Booley an actual physical wave of the right hand when Booley checked him over at first base. These guys are having a little bit of fun, it seems like, at the Boonville club.
Stallions definitely had a lot of fun in that game 1.
A lot of fun indeed.
0-2 again from Booley. That's lined foul out towards the left field side, and Rogers unable to get there. That just hooked foul.
That was a very courageous early foul call from you, Logan. I was thinking that the whole way, hoping and praying that it would, in fact, hit that foul territory.
Towards the end, I was afraid I was going to regret that foul call, but at the start, when it came off the bat, it looked like it was hooking a lot and a lot early on. Booley still ahead 0-2. He delivers. That's just high. Remember, Boonville did have a 3-0 lead in that 22-8 loss.
Feels like a few days ago at this point.
1-2 on the way from Booley. That's lined out towards second. Heckert ranging left, and he'll take the easy out at first. That's just going to go wide left. Wide left of Garrett Michelle, and that'll probably go down as an E4.
Not sure what happened there. Heckert made a really nice grab on a hard hit ball in the hole, ranging really far to his left. Stood straight up and just threw that one straight down the line right back to JP Ty at the catcher's backstop area.
We mentioned that Brett Heckert hadn't played in about a week or so this is his first start in quite some time, and we're starting to see the benefactors of that. It was officially ruled an E4, and now Scott Seeker coming up for Boonville. First pitch he'll see from Booley is taken high for a ball. And Seeker had that 3-run home run to put Boonville up early in that top of the first.
That was, yep, as you said, back in the first inning, a very similar situation as well. 2 men on, nobody out. Have to see what happens here with Booley.
Booley fires the 1-0. It's going to be taken inside for a strike. Looked just low and in, but not according to that home plate umpire.
Nice spot there from Booley.
2 runners on early. Stallions looking for their first out in game 2 of this one. Booley checks Pabst at second, and he'll step off. Codier nor Heckert really holding on to Pabst too much on that second base bag.
No, it looks like they're just playing straight up defensively here, but now Codier is going to be more in that back pocket of Pabst off second base.
Count even at 1. Booley delivers. That's cut on and missed the low breaking ball for strike 2.
Great time to pull the string on Seeker. He looked like he was sitting dead fastball right there. Got a very off-balance swing from the power-hitting lefty.
Seeker, 343 hitter so far this year, 3 home runs and 17 RBIs. It's down in the count 1-2. Booley looking for his first out of the day. Checks the runner. Booley delivers the 1-2. It's going to go low in the dirt.
Nice stop back there from JP Ty, sliding on a knee to keep that one in front.
Stallions only used 2 pitchers in game 1 in a game that went 5 innings, so a lot of arms ready in that Stallion pitching staff. Count even at 2 to Seeker. Booley fires. That's grounded out towards third, but it'll go foul.
That one just sliced foul. Stallions really lucky there. That one able to just go down as another strike.
It was hit very hard off the bat from the lefty Seeker. Just foul. But it keeps the count even at 2. Codier still holding on to Pabst at the second base bag. Booley has a sign from Ty. 2-2 from Booley. He's going to go low in the dirt, bounce in front of Ty, but he'll get there quickly.
Nice job again there from JP Ty. Not necessarily a newcomer anymore. Making his presence very well known behind the dish, doing a great job so far.
Yeah, and Ty has played a couple games. This is his first time with Brian Booley so far this year. Ty made his debut the day after Booley's last start. Full count pitch on the way. It's going to be a called strike on the inner half. Seeker was about a quarter of the way to that first base bag, but it's a called strikeout. First out of the game.
Nicely done there. He's going to have a long talking to from the home plate umpire. Didn't appreciate how Seeker was reacting to the strike 3 call.
It's a big first out for Brian Booley, who threw his 18th pitch to get his first out. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter in Ryan Reifenberg.
Reifenberg, got to keep an eye on him. He's dangerous. A .317 hitter, 14 RBIs. Does have a big fly to his name as well.
Went 1 for 3 in game 1 with an RBI. First pitch he'll see from Booley is going to be checked, and it'll be called a ball.
Certainly thought about it.
He was just able to hold it up. He did think about it. One away here in the top of the first. Still 2 runners on for Booley to work around. Behind in the count 1-0. He fires. That swung on and missed for strike 1, an unquestioned strike there.
There's a lot you can get out of a guy who does check his swing on a fastball up. That means he's looking for something up at his eyes, and Booley went straight to it. He loves elevating the fastball. Reifenberg not able to hold back on that swing.
Count even, the 1-1. Going to be taken just low, almost getting the dirt. A lot of Boonville's runs in that first game came very early in that. Andy Affont struggled to get things going before kind of picking things back up towards the end of his start. Booley takes a long check at Paps. The 2-1 going to go just inside for a ball.
It felt a little back and forth at the beginning of that one. Went 3-0 and then 9-3 Stallions. And with that 6-run cushion, Affont kind of settled in a little bit, through to contact. The Boonville club able to get another 3 runs back in the second frame, but not much after.
3-1 from Booley, and that's checked, but a called strike. And you mentioned the Stallions took a 9-3 lead. In that next top half of the inning, Boonville was able to cut that lead in half. They made it 9-6 before the Stallions really let this one go out of hand.
Absolutely, and then the Stallions answered back with another 7 runs. It was really fun to watch. Stallions hitters came alive in that one early and often for their starting pitcher in Affont.
Full count pitch from Booley, going to be fouled back, and that'll find the netting.
Booley doing a really nice job of working these counts. A decent amount of pitches already thrown in this first inning, but he's been fighting and competing in each one of these at-bats.
Pitch count in the mid-20s so far for the FAU product. Full count pitch one more time. Cut on a miss for strike 3. Booley got him chasing on the high fastball. Back-to-back strikeouts for Brian Booley.
Just like that, getting Reifenberg with that elevated fastball above the hands. Knew exactly what he was looking for, that whole at-bat. Nicely done, Brian Booley.
Now in comes Tyler Yakuminski, also hitting that 3 spot for a second straight game. Went 0 for 3 in game 1. Booley looking to strand 2 runners on to open up game 2 of this doubleheader.
Huge frame out of Yakuminski. He doesn't have to do too much to elevate a pitch at all.
First pitch he'll see from Booley is a check strike. Yakuminski can go as far as the batter before him in Reifenberg on the first pitch, but that pitch, no question about it, it found the zone.
.250 hitter on the year as well. Got to keep an eye on him. Just 1 double and a home run to his name, so he is capable of that extra base hit.
0-1 from Booley. Can be bounced in, but Ty gets there pretty quickly. Let's keep the runners at the bases they're at.
In his 44 at-bats, though, Logan, he has 14 strikeouts to his name. So that's a lot of swing and misses from a guy that doesn't have that many plate appearances so far to his name.
Definitely could have been the K-man today, but didn't get the start at that.
Didn't get the nod. We'll have to wait and see who actually did get that one.
1-1 on the way from Booley. That's going to hit him. Hit him on that left shoulder area, and now the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Lane Gay.
Booley really likes to make things interesting for himself, loading the bases here. a walk, a base hit, and now a hit by pitch after getting 2 outs between base runners reaching. Work certainly cut out for him in the top of the first frame.
And Lane Gay coming in now to try and bring in some runs. And there's the K-Man. Took until the 6th spot to get to the K-Man in this Boonville lineup, but Gay did not play in game 1. He's now getting the start at DH.
Another left-handed hitter in this Boonville lineup.
Boonville rolling with that 10-man lineup again. Stallions going just 9-man for the 4th consecutive day.
And this is Gay's first game since a doubleheader against Oneonta on the 16th.
First pitch he'll see is well high for a ball. Gay, just a 192 hitter so far this year with 4 RBIs.
2 for his last 12, so bit of a slump right now. A batting average
odds
sits around
stacked against
200.
him.
Certainly.
He's ahead in the count 1-0. Booley fires. That goes well inside. Ty able to just keep that one from finding the backstop, which would have likely brought in the game's first run. Booley desperately trying to find that strike zone. Taking a while to find inside from Ty, but he finally does. 2-0 from Brian. That's grounded out towards first. Michelle ranging towards his right. He trips, and he will not make a play. Right as Michelle was about to get that ball out of his hands, he pretty much face plants onto the ground, and that's how the game's first run comes to cross.
That one didn't look too graceful. I hope Michelle's okay. He's taking his time kind of gathering himself. It looked like he just completely lost his footing. His back foot slipped right underneath him as he fielded that ground ball. Really, really big break for Boonville.
Michelle taking a while to get himself together, but he is able to do so. That will be ruled an infield single. That one really could have gone either way, as it was a softly hit ball, and if Michelle didn't trip, he probably would have gotten that out.
Tough to really rule it either way. I guess you kind of have to give him the hit on that one.
So the bases remain loaded for Jacob Bonzon. First pitch he sees is well outside. If you remember in that first game, Bonzon came in as the last pitcher for Boonville. Now getting the start at right field in this one. 1-0 coming to him, and it's to be right down Broadway for a strike.
The 258 hitter now has a 9.0 ERA to his name in just 1 inning pitched.
So just like in that first game, Boonville, the team to get the game's first runs, but we'll see what happens after that. 1-1 from Booley. It's going to be cut on and fouled over the netting.
Nicely done again from Booley, attacking straight into the strike zone, filling it up, going right after these Boonville hitters. Has a walk and a hit by pitch so far in the inning, but he's still doing a nice job kind of keeping himself preserved.
1-2 is a called strike 3. So just like that, Brian Booley able to strand the bases loaded and get his 3rd strikeout in this first inning alone. So that'll end things here in the top of the first inning. Boonville holding an early 1-0 lead. The Stallions looking to follow up an impressive offensive performance in Game 1. Don't go anywhere. Much more to come from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Saugerties Stallions baseball brought to you by Bob Garrick Septic. Honest, dependable, reliable. If you need it pumped out, call Bob. And by Diamond Mills. World-class amenities and refined luxury. Let's take a quick look at your Saugerties Stallions starting 9 for today's game, brought to you by Amatech, supplier to military and aerospace. Max Codier back in that leadoff spot for the Stallions. Jelani Rogers moving down 1 spot from 1 to 2. Brandon Fish staying put at number 3, followed by the cleanup man in Easton Bertrand looking to provide some more power off the bat. Garrett Michelle back in at number 5. JP Ty going to be number 6. Jake Skrine staying right where he was last game at number 7. And then Brett Heckert and Colin Mackel, the 2 newcomers to the lineup in this game, will hit 8 and 9 respectively.
Really looking forward to seeing Max Codier get himself back into the Stallion lineup. Hasn't played since that Albany contest back on July 12th. As you said, back in his rightful place, top of the order. Both he and Jelani Rogers are deservedly 1 and 2. You could mix them up any way you want. I do love seeing Codier lead it off with Jelani right behind him. It's really fun to see both great baseball hitters, players, whatever you want, base runners, however you draw it up, they're both great to watch.
So in comes Max Codier. And you mentioned Codier making his first appearance in 8 days. Was dealing with some back tightness this past week that kept him out of the lineup. But he was dressed in uniform the past couple of days, so it was anticipated that he would be back at some point, but that some point is in this game. First pitch, Hill Season's returning, is lined out towards right field, hit hard. Bonzen able to come into it, and he'll make the grab for the first out. So Codier not wasting much time, and he gets out on 1 pitch.
Yeah, I don't blame him. A little antsy, wanting to get back onto the diamond, swing at the first pitch he saw. Got just a little bit too under that, flaring that out into the left field. Quick first out for the Stallions.
And now that brings up Jelani Rogers, playing left field in this one. He went 1 for 3 with an RBI and 2 walks in game 1. First pitch, he'll see is well high, and Derek Sotolongo going to be making the start for Boonville in this one. Not the first time he's played the Stallions, Kyle.
No, not the first time. He is an 0-2, 7.20 ERA, 6'1" freshman right-hander out of St. Cloud, Florida. 7 games, 7 starts, 25 innings pitched.
1-0 coming from him, and he cut on and fouled back by Rogers. That finds the backstop.
So in those 25, Logan, he's got 31 strikeouts, 26 walks, and just as many hits. Something to keep an eye on. Very consistent in terms of walks and hits, and a decent amount of strikeouts as well.
He has the count even on Jelani Rogers. Sotolongo fires, and Rogers going to chop that one foul out along third baseline.
When we did see Sotolongo, it was during that doubleheader back on July 8th here, during the win that Boonville got in that doubleheader split, the 6-5. He threw 3 2/3, allowed 3 runs, all of them earned, 4 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts.
He has Rogers in a 1-2 hole. Pitch on the way. That's going to go well high and give some shin music to Jelani. Rogers currently on a 4-game hitting streak, which started with his 3-for-5 performance against the Glens Falls Dragons. 2-2 coming to Jelani. That's to be chopped out towards the left side of the infield. Karp with the backhand grab. The long throw on to first is not in time. And it's an infield single for Jelani Rogers, making a 5-game hitting streak.
The second that we saw Karp feel that one on a backhand and not cut it off sooner, you knew there was no chance of getting Jelani. You'd have to throw that ball about 98 miles an hour across the diamond. I don't see O'Neal Cruz over there at shortstop.
And that speed from Jelani Rogers is a beautiful thing. It provides the Stallions with a 1-out base run for Brandon Fish. And we talk about hitting streaks. Brandon Fish is on an extremely long one to this point. We'll get into that in just a bit. First pitch, he'll see from Sotolongo as we chopped out towards the right side, and that gets by for a base hit. 2 pitches, 2 singles for the Stallions. Rogers on his way to third. The throw goes in there, not in time. Fish able to take second as well. So now there's 2 runners in scoring position for the Stallions with just 1 out.
Great piece of hitting, even better base running from both Jelani and Brandon Fish. He waited to see what the right fielder Talkin was going to do with the throw, and he sailed the cutoff man. Never had a chance of getting Jelani on the throw. Was able to move up 90 feet into second base. Great job, Brandon Fish.
And it's now a 9-game hitting streak from Brandon Fish with that hit. And it brings up Easton Bertrand. Bertrand went yard for a home run in the first inning in game number 1. It was his 2nd home run of the year. First pitch, he'll see from Sotolongo's, and he cut on and fouled over the netting.
Yeah, out of Bertrand's 23 hits, 8 of them have been extra base hits. 3 doubles, 3 triples, 2 home runs, and 19 RBIs.
It was his first home run since the June 29th Glens Falls game. That was also played here at Canton Field. 0-1 on the way to Bertrand. That's to be taken for a strike on the inside.
6'4" senior committed to the University of Lipscomb out of Nashville. Really excited to watch what he does for the program coming up in the spring.
Spent his prior 5 seasons at the University of Minnesota in the Big Ten. Bertrand down to the count 0-2. Sotolongo delivers, and Bertrand pops that one up. Shallow right field, Talkin ranging in, and he'll make the grab. Jelani not going to tag, so it's an unproductive out for Easton Bertrand.
Almost surprised. It wasn't the deepest of fly balls that we've seen Bertrand deliver, but Jelani has a lot of speed and not a great arm in right field from Talkin. Granted, it is the first inning. You don't need to risk too much at the plate. You don't want to double him up with runners at second and third, but would have been fun to watch.
Now to bring up Garrett Michelle. He went 2 for 2 with an RBI and 2 walks in game 1. He's riding a 4-game hitting streak himself. First pitch he'll see in this at-bat's going to find the dirt. The Stallions, they put up, I believe it was 9 runs in game 1. So far, 2 away in this bottom of the first. And the Stallions looking for their first run in this game. Michelle ahead 1-0. Sotolongo fires. It's going to be right down the middle.
284 hitter on the year. 31 hits to his name. 6 doubles, a triple, and 3 big flies. Again, hasn't touched a college campus yet, Logan. Kid looks like an everyday starter to me already.
He'll be attending Virginia Tech in the fall. 1-1 coming to him. That's lined out towards right field. That one's going to send Talkin back on the track, and that one's gone. Home run number 4 for Garrett Michelle on the year, and that's a 3-run blast to give the Stallions a 3-1 lead.
Nobody circles the bases like Garrett Michelle. That is a no-doubter off the scoreboard here at Canton. Stallions get the 3-1 lead early on. Gotta love it.
This man hasn't touched a college campus yet and has 4 home runs against college-level athletes. Garrett Michelle giving the Stallions the lead in game 2.
I don't know about you, Logan. I'm pretty sure I speak for everybody in this stadium, though. We all knew that was gone the moment he hit the bat.
So now the Stallions in the lead, and J.P. Ty coming up for his first at-bat, trying to follow that home run from Garrett Michelle. First pitch he'll see from Sotolongo goes going to find the dirt. And J.P. Ty has been heating up in each of his last 3 games, has a combined 6 RBIs during that span. He's only been here for 4 games. This is game number 5. He's ahead 1-0, pitch coming, and Ty going to let that one go low for a strike.
Find myself being too much of a spectator, having too much fun watching these guys hit. I'm going to have to make some adjustments to my scorebook. I'm a few batters behind already, Logan.
1-1 to JP. That's going to be swung on and missed, and another pitch in the dirt.
I mean, these guys look like they're just having so much fun playing baseball together. They click on all cylinders. You hear the way that they talk to each other pre-game, post-game, on the bus, off the bus, in the dugout, in the clubhouse. It's so much fun. These guys have definitely made some great memories and some lifelong friends this summer.
And it just makes it even more fun that they're competing for back-to-back championships. They're in the middle of another playoff race right now.
Absolutely.
JP down in the count 1-2. There's already action in that Boonville bullpen. Sotolongo fires. Ty going to let that one go outside. And Ty had a big RBI total in just 10 games for the Stallions last year. Had 12 RBIs in just 10 games. Already has half that in 4 games. The 2-2 to him. He's going to find the dirt. And J.P. Ty probably had his biggest RBI in that 10th inning against the Amsterdam Mohawks with 2 outs and the Stallions needing a run, roped a go-ahead single.
That was certainly a huge welcome to Saugerties moment for J.P.
Full count pitch to him is going to be taken, and that'll be ball 4. Sotolongo just missing outside, and Ty going to keep the inning going for Jake Skrine.
That's a great piece of hitting right there. J.P. Ty very aware of the strike zone as a catcher. Nicely done to keep this one going.
Scrine also got the start in game one. He went 2 for 3 with a walk.
This is the lowest in the lineup that we've seen Jake Scrine.
Ty on at first, still 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Sotolongo from the stretch, and that's going to go low and outside. And before the Amsterdam game yesterday, Scrine had missed the past 5 days and now has 3 hits in his last 2 games. He's ahead in the count 1-0.
It's great to see him make his way back into the Stallion lineup for sure.
Pitch coming to Scrine. That's line, middle of the infield. That gets into center for a base hit. Ty can stop at second. It's the 4th hit in this first inning for the Saugerties Stallions. A single for Jake Scrine.
Sotolongo tried to elevate a fastball there. Scrine did a nice job of keeping his hands above the baseball, staying above it with the barrel of the bat, and almost tomahawking that one through the middle of the infield. A nice line drive base hit that didn't touch until the outfield grass. Nicely done.
And now making his first appearance in 5 days, it'll be Brett Heckert. Made his last appearance July 15th against Glens Falls, went 0 for 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. First pitch coming, and Brett's going to be a breaking ball that finds the zone for a strike. And Heckert's last 3 games had come against the Glens Falls Dragons. Before that, he played both games in the doubleheader against Boonville. And Heckert, before going out of the lineup, an RBI machine, had 4 RBIs in 2 of his last 3 games. 0-1 on the way to Heckert. It's going to be a check swing that's going to be called the ball. Heckert went 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs in the last doubleheader against the Boonville Baseball Club back on July 8th.
20 hits to his credit. Bit of a streaky hitter for the Stallions. Got to see what he does tonight.
Count even at 1 to Heckert. Sotolongo fires. Going to be right down the middle of the zone. So Sotolongo just 1 strike away rather from getting himself out of this first inning, where he's kind of seen everything fall apart once he got that second out. Both runners getting a big lead. 1-2 to Heckert. It's going to go well inside. Scrine was almost halfway to that second base bag before that pitch was thrown.
Sotolongo not doing very much in terms of keeping the base runners close. He knows the amount of speed that is on the base paths with the catcher and typically first baseman in Jake Scrine.
Count even at 2. Pitch coming from Sotolongo. Heckert fouls that one back over the backstop.
Quick hands out of Brett Heckert, the middle infielder. You saw some of it right there, just getting the hands straight through the strike zone, able to fight that one off.
Heckert looking to make up some things after his error in the top of the first inning, which allowed a run to cross. Count still even at 2. Heckert, a 263 hitter so far this year. 2-2 on the way. Going to be just low. Count goes full.
Great take right there from Heckert. Sotolongo trying to expand the strike zone there. Throw a fastball low, get a chasing Heckert. Nicely done.
Sotolongo coming into today with a 7.20 ERA in just 25 innings. Has 31 strikeouts. Full count pitch coming from Heckert. It's going to go low for ball 4. Runners are on the move anyway, but it does not matter as the bases are now loaded for Colin Mackel.
Bases are full of ponies, as we like to say here from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. And as you said, enter now Mr. Colin Mackel, the right fielder. You saw a little bit of pop in the last night's contest against Amsterdam. Went 1 for 3. Took the first game off earlier today. He's a 207 hitter out of Marist, but so much power out of his lower half. You got to imagine when he does start connecting with some of the balls here in the PGCBL season, they're going to be going a long way.
Mackel maybe a few inches right away from his first home run on the year against Amsterdam. First pitch, he'll see with the bases loaded, is swung on a hit out towards left field, right at Bonzen, who's racing in, and he'll make the grab. So Stallions able to load the bases again, but do not score. But Garrett Michelle able to hit a 3-run home run in the bottom of the first inning. The Stallions hold on to a 3-1 lead. Don't go anywhere. More action to come from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Saugerties Stallions baseball brought to you by Dwyer Contracting. High quality craftsmanship and a family owned business. Afro's Orthodontics, the smile provider for your Saugerties Stallions. And by Emerson Spa, a hidden treasure in the Catskills. Stallions holding on to a 3-1 lead after the first inning comes to an end. Garrett Michelle, the big reason for that, a 3-run home run over the right field wall.
Elected to go with the no batting gloves look. I was kind of curious. I don't think I had seen it yet from Garrett Michelle. Wondered what made him do it, but I got my answer. What made him do it was he wanted to hit the ball real hard and real far.
And that's exactly what he did in a 2-out scenario. And now Brian Booley back out for inning number 2. It'll be 8, 9, and 10 that Booley will be facing that Boonville lineup. Brady Karp, first hitter he'll be facing. Karp got game 1 off, now going to be starting for game 2 at shortstop. First pitch coming to Karp. He's going to be cut on and fouled back towards the netting.
Karp, a victim of the blazing speed out of Jelani Rogers, fielding that ground ball back in the bottom of the first inning that led to an infield single.
0-1 on the way from Booley. He's going to be looked at, but a called strike. And there was one run that Boonville was able to score back in the first. It was an unearned run, so Booley still has a perfect game. Not perfect game, but the 0-2 is going to be cut on a miss for strike 3 on the low breaking ball. 4 strikeouts for Brian Booley.
Nicely done, Brian. He is continuing to kind of get himself into a groove in this one. As you said, Logan struggled minutely, really, in the top of the first frame, getting a firm footing now here in this one.
And now he'll be facing Donnie Stone, the third baseman. First pitch coming to the right. He's going to be swung on a miss for strike 1. And in case you're wondering, Booley's season high in strikeouts, he set that one in both of his last 2 starts. He got 7 against Amsterdam and 7 against Glens Falls. 0-1 on the way. He's going to be hit out towards center field, but right at Easton Bertrand, who makes the jump for out number 2.
Just a line drive right at him. Great pitch right there from Booley. Got some decent contact out of Stone, but not enough for him to do anything with. Threw that one nice and low in the zone, forced Stone to kind of go down at it and get just underneath it.
Now the catcher, Shaolin Simpson, also got that first game off. So he's now back in for this game, looking to keep the inning going for the baseball club. First pitch, he'll see from Booley, breaking ball right down Broadway.
This is Simpson's only his 3rd game for the baseball club. Joined the team back on June 29th.
0-1 from Booley. He's going to go just low.
So he played June 29th at Utica, went 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Then he played July 16th at Oneonta.
And Booley able to find the strike zone yet again. And it's now a 1-2 count.
So his opportunities at the plate have been few and far between, to say the least.
1-2 coming to Simpson. Foul tipped and caught for strike 3. The fifth strikeout through through 2 innings for Brian Booley, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Stallions. Stallions still holding on to that 3-1 lead here in Ganson Field. Don't go anywhere. More action to come from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Already a new pitcher on the mound for the Boonville Baseball Club as Derek Sotolongo's short day comes to an end. And now in comes Brandon Millen to take over for inning number 2 to keep it at a 2-run deficit for the Boonville Baseball Club.
Millen, also out of St. Cloud, Florida. He's a 6'1 freshman, weighing in at 210 pounds out of Ave Maria University, riding an 0-3 record on the year, 8.06 ERA in 12 games, just a single start to his name, 3 saves, 25 2/3 innings, 31 strikeouts, just 15 walks, and 30 hits.
And he'll be facing the very top of the Stallion lineup, who led things off in the first. They're going to do it yet again in the second inning. Stallions are able to get 3 runs and 4 hits in the first inning. Also were able to get 2 walks. So they're on base a lot.
This is Millen's first outing since Oneonta back on July 16th. Only threw 2 innings. I'm sorry, 0.2 innings. Allowed 4 runs, all of them earned. 5 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts in 8 batters faced. Got to wonder exactly what out of Sotolongo's outing forced the early removal. It was a 3-spot just off a singular swing of the bat. Other than that, he really wasn't struggling by any means.
Yeah, and we saw the game 1 starter also only went 1 inning, but that was maybe more understandable. He allowed 9 runs compared to Sotolongo's 3.
Tale of 2 halves right
Yeah.
there. Very different. I'd have to agree with you there. Just, I don't know, I want to get in the mind of the Boonville head coach. Just kind of curious as to what he saw out of Sotolongo that he disagreed with and wanted to move on from.
Now he's got back onto the field. Max Codier back up for at-bat number 2. Had a 1-pitch fly out his last time up. First pitch coming to him. He's set up to bunt, and that's a beautiful one down the third base line, and the pitcher falls when he's trying to make the throw, so it's a bunt single for Max Codier.
And that's about exactly how you want to put down a bunt hit right there up the third baseline, forcing both the third baseman and the pitcher to kind of converge on it in the Bermuda Triangle of the infield right there, if you will. Got a flat tire coming off the mound as well out of Millen. Great job, Max Codier. He's seen 2 pitches in this outing. 1 for 2 now.
And we saw this similar thing happen with Garrett Michelle, where he also fell trying to field a ball, but now it brings up Jelani Rogers. Rogers already 1 for 1 with a single, and he came around to score. Codier on it first. The throw goes back there. He gets back in standing. And Codier making his 9th appearance for the Stallions. More than half of them have been at the shortstop position where he is today.
He's traditionally more of a second baseman as well, so it's cool to see just how versatile he actually is in the middle infield.
First pitch coming to Jelani. Codier on the move. The throw goes there, and it's not even close. The first Benson steal of the day for the Stallions, and it's Max Codier to get the job done.
You could say on the move and not even close a couple more times, because he had a walking lead off first base, and not even close is putting it mildly there, Logan.
The 6th steal for Max Codier so far this year. Rogers still down in the count 0-1. Pitch coming. That's going to be cut on, and just getting a piece of it is Rogers, but it's fouled back.
Jelani doing the very veteran thing off that first pitch. He saw that Codier had a beautiful jump off first base, wanted to give his guy a chance to get himself in scoring position, elected to take that strike.
So Millen ahead 0-2, still a runner on second, nobody away. Millen fires, breaking ball gets in the dirt, and getting quickly to it to his right is Simpson. And we talked about Codier's experience around the infield so far this year, the middle part of it. Rogers got some of that experience as well yesterday, making the start at second base. His first ever start at that position. He played pretty well.
Played fantastic. He only had the one little oopsie throw. He had to rush one of them, and that was it.
1-2 coming from Rogers. A swung on a miss for a strike 3. Rogers goes down chasing for that third strike, and there's one away for Brandon Fish.
Tough pitch right there from the reliever in Millen. Just barely getting Jelani chasing right there.
And Fish had a ringing single his last time up to extend what is now a 9-game hitting streak. The lefty with a chance for an RBI opportunity. He had 4 in the first game. Millen checks on Codier. First pitch to Fish is going to be swung on and missed for strike 1 on the high fastball. And Brandon Fish in that first game, 3 for 5. Already mentioned the 4 RBIs. Ranking towards the top of the league in that RBI category. Came into the game with 29. 0-1 now to Fish, and that's lined out towards the first base side, and that gets through the glove of Yakuminski, and that gets to the right field. Codier's going to walk on home, and it's an RBI single for Brandon Fish, and it's now a 4-1 Stallion lead.
When you're hot, I mean, you're scorching hot. Brandon Fish continues to swing a fantastic bat, able to take that fastball straight up that right field line, just under the outstretched glove of Yakuminski, able to deliver a run. Stallions now up 4-1 in this one.
So it's a quick 2 for 2 for Brandon Fish. Now Easton Bertrand coming up. Bertrand flew out to right his first time up. He's 0 for 1. It's a very shallow fly out at that. First pitch here is going to try and bunt, and that's right in front of Simpson. The throw on to first is not in time. The second bunt single of the inning for the Saugerties Stallions.
I'll pick your jaw up if you pick mine up. That was beautiful. I mean, both of these bunts that we've seen, they have been very different in terms of bunt singles. That one not getting out of the clay around home plate, but both beautifully placed, absolutely perfect. Stallions now got runners at first and second.
So now correct me if I've said this once already. 2 men on for Garrett Michelle in this game. First pitch coming to Garrett, breaking ball, catches the inside part of the zone, and just an inning ago, Garrett Michelle, 3-run home run to give the Stallions their first lead today.
I thought for sure he was going to unload on that first pitch breaking ball.
He's down to the count 0-1, and firing is Millen, and he catches the inside part of the zone again for strike 2. So Garrett quickly behind 0-2. And for Michelle, that was already his 4th home run on the year. No other Stallion has more than 3. 0-2 pitch coming to Michelle, and that's to be chopped at and fouled back towards the netting.
So what you're saying is a high schooler leads this group of Division I and II college baseball players.
And that's not even meant to be an insult.
Absolutely not.
Michelle, he takes him, the way he carries himself, it's kind of like he's already a college senior.
It's like, wait, he's the high schooler? You know, you look at him, you're like, are you sure that's the right guy?
It's the youngest player on the team.
Absolutely.
Millen has his sign, checks on Fish. The 0-2 to Michelle, checked, and it is just high. Michelle, all 4 of those home runs coming in the month of July. Had his first on July 1st, and his last one last inning. He's still behind 1-2. Righty on lefty matchup is Michelle looking to keep the momentum going for the Stallions. They already have 7 hits today. Millen fires the 1-2. Michelle just chops at that one foul yet again.
Garrett doing a really nice job spoiling a couple of pitches that were all over the strike zone, just waiting for a mistake pitch out of Millen.
Fish on at second, Bertrand at first. Still one out in the bottom of the second. The 1-2 to Michelle, breaking ball fouled in the same spot.
Michelle has really quick hands. You see that he's able to get the knob of the barrel straight to the zone, and his hands deliver the barrel all the way through it. He's able to cover a lot of ground that way.
Count remains 1-2. Pitch coming again, and that's lined out towards right field. Talkin comes in, but it drops right in front of him for a hit. Fish held up at third, but now the bases remain loaded for the Saugerties Stallions, and Michelle is now 2 for 2.
Great piece of hitting right there. Michelle spoiling a lot of good two-strike pitches from Millen. Dropped the barrel head on that one. Delivered a hard line drive base hit into right field. Hit just a little bit too hard to be able to score any runs, but the bases are once again full of ponies.
And with J.P. Ty coming up for the Stallions, a chance to add on to his already impressive RBI category. Has 6 through his first 4 games. First pitch coming to J.P., breaking ball just high. And Millen already came into this game with an 8.06 ERA. Big chance for that number to increase. J.P. ahead in the count 1-0. Millen delivers well high. Simpson having to stand up to keep that one fine to the backstop and maybe even allow a run to score.
The utility man out of Georgia Southern just waiting for his pitch right here. Way ahead in a great spot. 2-0, 1 out. Millen's going to have to come right at him.
He's ahead in the count 2-0. Millen delivers. That's a swung on and missed by JP. A really good pitch to swing at, but he was just late.
Saw JP definitely unloaded a little bit on that one.
Boonville with 1 run on 1 hit. Stallions 4 runs, 8 hits. Also have an error in the field. JP Ty still ahead 2-1. Pitch coming to him well high. So the Stallions are 1 ball away from having a run being walked in.
3-1 count. JP working his way back into a hitter's count here. Nicely done.
And JP Ty has already walked 3 times in his first 4 games. 3-1 coming from Millen is cut on and fouled over the netting. Would have definitely been a strike, but Ty just unable to get there. So now the count goes full. Fish on at third, Bertrand at second, Garrett Michelle at first. Still just 1 out as Millen will step off the pitcher's mound.
If I was looking down the barrel facing JP Ty, I'd have to take a second as well.
Full count pitch on the way, well high for ball 4. And that's going to walk in a run for the Stallions. It's now 5-1 in the second.
Not the most graceful way to get an insurance run, but we take them any way we can. Nice at-bat right there from JP Ty.
It's already the second time JP Ty has walked in these first 2 innings. And now the bases remain loaded for Jake Skrine. As there's going to be a mound visit. No one's warming up in the Boonville bullpen, so probably just kind of a calm-me-down visit coming for Brandon Millen. 2 runs have already come to cross in this inning against him.
And we've got first base coach Alon Trasquito looking like Iron Man with all that Evo shield protecting him. He's now handing it off to Kit Fuger so he can hand it to his respective Stallion guys. Look like they might get a second at-bat in this inning. Stallions hitters seeing the ball really well. It's got to look like a beach ball at this point to him.
So now the mound visit does come to an end, and Jake Skrine coming up for his second at-bat. He's already 1 for 1 with a single. Now has a 3-game hitting streak to this point, has 4 hits in those 3 outings. His best outing came in game 1 against Boonville. He went 2 for 3. First pitch on the way to Jake, goes first pitch swing, but it goes foul over the netting.
Interesting to see a couple of things. Number 1, Yakuminski, the first baseman, was all the way in on the grass and way off the first base line. Number 2, Jake Skrine batting in that 7 hole. It's interesting because you've seen him now drop all the way down from that typical 4-5 area. Now he's going to see a lot of fastballs, a lot more pitches to hit.
Hit 7th last game. The 0-1 coming to him as we cut on and fouled right by that Boonville dugout.
And it's nice to see that he's kind of going to be able to, get more consistent looks at the plate. He has, quote-unquote, struggled. He's still a great hitter, still has a very high batting average for the team and everything like that. But you do want to see him kind of take a little bit of that weight off his own shoulders and kind of relax up there. It seems like he's trying to put too much into his own hands at times.
He's down in the count 0-2. Pitch coming from Millen, and Skrine going to foul that one back to the visitors' bleachers. And prior to this doubleheader, the lowest that Skrine had hit in a lineup was at the number 6 spot. So definitely interesting to see that he has dropped to 7, even though he himself is not on a cold streak. Still looking for his first ball on this at-bat. Swung at all 3 pitches. 0-2 again from Millen as he bounced into the dirt.
Yeah, really the quote-unquote coldest streak he's ever been on was a 3-game skid, 27th and the 28th in a doubleheader against Mohawk Valley. He went 0 for 3 in those 3 games. Other than that, just one of the most premier consistent hitters in the Stallion lineup.
And that doubleheader can be defined as quite a long time ago.
Exactly.
Back in late June. A month which it is no longer. 1-2 on the way to Skrine. That's to be fouled back over the netting yet again. So Skrine staying alive, and just so happens that that's a song playing right now.
Entering this game, Skrine found himself back at that 300 mark in the batting average.
Millen shakes off the sign from Simpson before agreeing on one. Looking to set down Skrine. Here's the 1-2. The breaking ball can be chopped out towards third, and that gets by the glove of Stone for a base hit. Bertrand coming in to score. Michelle right behind him. It's a 2 RBI double for Jake Skrine, and it's now a 7-1 Stallion lead.
And that's some great hitting, 2-strike hitting from a lot of these Stallions. Garrett Michelle with the base hit just a few minutes ago, and then Jake Skrine spoiling a bunch of good 2-strike pitches from Millen, able to deliver that 2 RBI double up the third baseline. Nicely done, Jake Skrine.
So Stallions now holding a 6-run lead as Brett Heckert comes up with 2 runners in scoring position. Heckert walked his last time up, was the last base runner to reach back in the first. First pitch he'll see from Millen this time is going to go high for a ball. Now it's Heckert's first at-bat in 5 days. Last game was against Glens Falls Dragons. He's ahead in the count 1-0. Pitch on the way is going to be taken well inside. Still just 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning, but the Stallions already putting up some big offensive numbers in both these games against Boonville.
23 runs in 4 innings.
2-0 to Brett Heckert, and he chopped out towards third yet again. That gets by Stone again for a base hit. That sends Ty on home. Skrine going to be held up at third. It's an RBI single for Brett Heckert. The Stallions now up 8-1. It'd actually be ruled in error on the third baseman.
Would have been tough to rule it otherwise. As much as I'd like to give every Stallion a hit every time, Stone looked like he just waited way too long, allowed a big hop to eat him up, kind of elated a little bit. Stallions taking runs any way they can. That's now 5 runs in the bottom of the second inning. 8-1 is your score.
And the only Stallion yet to reach base is at the plate right now in Colin Mackel. First pitch coming to Mackel is going to be taken high for a strike. And Mackel flew out to left his last time up in the first. He was the last batter to go in that first inning. Now batting with runners at the corner, still 1 out in the bottom of the second. 0-1 coming from Millen. A quick pitch is going to be popped up. Right side of the infield. Pap's racing in, and he'll let Karp try and grab it, and he will at the shortstop position for out number 2. So the inning isn't done, but the Stallions have batted around. It'll be Max Codier, who led off the inning with a bunt single to get his third at-bat. We're only in inning number 2. So Codier is already 1 for 2. He's only seen 2 pitches today. not wasting any time against the baseball club.
Not typically what we want to see out of a leadoff hitter, only seeing 2 pitches and 2 at-bats, but hey, it works.
Still runners at the corners of the Stallions. First pitch to Codier, not swinging, but it's called a strike.
And there you go. He's had his first take of the evening.
It's well on the inside corner, that pitch to Codier. Stallions have now scored 30 runs in this doubleheader, had 22 in Game 1, now 8 today in Game 2. Quick check on Brett Heckert, the first baseman, and Yakuminski wasn't even on the bag.
Pretty lucky for Boonville that Yakuminski did keep his head on a swivel. Little bit lackadaisical miscommunication right there from the pitcher and first base.
Oh, one on the way to Codier, and that's lined out towards right field. That's it high. Raifenberg racing back, and he'll make the catch on the track for out number 3. But not before 5 more runs come to cross in the bottom of the second inning. Stallions clinging on to an 8-1 lead over the Boonville Baseball Club. Don't go anywhere. More action coming from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Saugerties Stallions baseball brought to you by iMedView Incorporated. Independent medical review, world-class results, and local connections. IXL Health and Fitness Club, keeping the Stallions fit all season long. And by J. Millen & Sons Construction, Hudson Valley's trusted contractor for over 25 years. It's the 3rd inning here at Kansine Field, or I guess the 8th inning here at Kansine Field with a doubleheader. Stallions up 8-1 against the Boonville Baseball Club, looking for a doubleheader split.
Starting to lose space on my play cards here, my scorecard, with the Stallions consistently hitting through the order. I got to find new ways to get creative and move innings around, things like that. It's fun to see. They're making me kind of become an outside-the-box thinker. And
I say split, I mean sweep of the doubleheader in the Stallions' direction as A.J. Pabst going to come and lead things off for the baseball club. First pitch he sees is going to be a high strike. Pabst forced a leadoff walk his last time around. He came around to score for the only run that the baseball club has scored in Game 2. 0-1 to Pabst. The breaking ball is going to go low and away.
And 8 runs on 9 hits is exactly what you want to see, too. These guys aren't just getting free bases after free base. They're hitting the heck out of the baseball right now.
1-1 on the way to A.J. is going to be just missing outside for ball 2. Pabst, the .307 hitter so far this year with 4 RBIs. Played second base in both games in this doubleheader. 2-1 from Booley, well high. And Booley already with 5 strikeouts through these first 2 innings. His season high is 7 up to this point. 3-1 coming from is going to be fouled over the netting. Count goes full. Booley looking for strikeout number 6 in this game for the Stallions. Full count pitch from him as he swung on and missed for strike 3. And he gets the 6th strikeout on the day so far as he gets Pabst chasing on the outside heater.
I mean, holy cow. Brian Booley is absolutely dealing, making some of these Boonville hitters look absolutely ridiculous, just off balance as can be.
And now this ends up Dan Talkin for his second at-bat. He reached on a Brett Heckert error his first time around. First pitch to him as he swung on and missed, and he almost had his helmet come off his head there trying to swing at that one.
Trying to tie this one up with one swing of the bat. The old Nobody on, 7-run home run.
Oh, one pitch from Bully. Swung on a miss for a strike, too. Similar kind of swing there. Couldn't get that 7-run home run.
I'm very appreciative of these swing and misses as I'm getting a little bit of a breeze up here in the press box. I don't know if you can feel that, Logan.
I can feel it, too, on this very hot day at Kansas Field in Saugerties, New York. 0-2 from Bully. That one's look. No heavy swing there.
No heavy swing, but a heavy take. Haven't seen one of those before, but that felt like a heavy take.
1-2 on the way from Brian. That's lined hard out towards center field. Easton Bertrand backing up. He'll make the grab for out number 2.
Nicely done, Easton. Talkin put a decent swing on that one. About as much mustard as he could possibly put behind it. Bertrand, nice job patrolling the skies out there in center field.
Now Scott Seeker coming up. Or actually a new hitter for the Boonville Baseball Club.
And Bryce Callis. Yep.
Bryce Callis. First pitch hill season be well high.
I tried to help you out, but you were already on top of it. I'm sorry.
So Scott Seeker's day is going to be done, and the 1-0 pitch is going to be fouled up.
Seems like the theme of game 2 for Boonville is short leashes. I mean, Seeker had a great first game and went down looking in his first at-bat. Enter now Bryce Callis.
The 1-1 from Callis is high. And we've seen short leashes in this league before, specifically from the Amsterdam Mohawks in these past couple games that we've seen against them. First time we're really seeing it from Boonville. 2-1 from Callis. It's going to be taken just low for a ball. And Callis coming over from St. John Fisher College. He's more of a two-way guy for this Boonville team. Has a 7.23 ERA. 3-1 as he swung on a miss for strike 2. He also has 42 at-bats, just a .214 batting average. Maybe the kids would say a Walmart Mason speaker. The full count pitch going to be fouled back into the VIP section. So Booley has a full count on Callis. He delivers. Going to be checked and a called ball for missing wide outside.
I was definitely not expecting that comparison by any means, Logan.
And we saw Mason Speaker pitch in game 1. He pitched a gem to close out that game. Hasn't allowed any earned runs on the mound since his first appearance on the mound.
He's, as we say it every time, he gets better and better every time he touches the rubber. You gotta love to see it.
And now that brings up Ryan Reifenberg, takes the first pitch strike. And Mason Speaker, atop from his pitching performance, he was one non-Amsterdam umpire away from having his first home run of the year. The 0-1 is going to be grounded out towards third, and that'll get by Fish for a base hit. Just the second hit so far on this game 2 of the doubleheader for the Boonville Baseball Club.
That was a hard-hit ground ball through the infield. Perfectly placed ball right there to get through and by Brandon Fish. 2 outs. Bully's got 7 runs to work with. He's not worried about 2 base runners with 2 outs.
Now Tyler Yakuminski heading to the plate. He was hit by a pitch his last time up, made it as far as second base. He's now hitting with 2 runners on and 2 out. And this top of the 3rd inning. Bully checks the lead runner on second. First pitch to Tyler's be taken high for a ball.
Bully up there in pitch count, already at 66 pitches, it looks like, through 2 2/3 innings.
No action in the Stallion pen. There is action in that Boonville bullpen. They've already had 2 pitchers come on these first 2 innings. Could see number 3 very soon. As Bully stepped off the mound, now going to regroup. It's down to the count 1-0. Bully fires right down the middle for a strike.
Nice pitch right there. Bully is going to be attacking the next couple of hitters if he has to face any more than Yakuminski. Just really trying to get out of this one and get as deep into this ballgame as he possibly can.
Yakuminski, a .268 hitter. 1-1 coming to him. That breaking ball, same spot. Beautiful pitch from Brian Bully.
Couldn't have said it any different right there. Beautiful, beautiful curveball. You love to see him bring out the hammer. It just drops straight down 12-6, in and out of the strike zone as quickly as it came. Nicely done.
Bully 1 strike away from getting out of the 3rd. The 1-2 curveball, almost a strike. Don't know where that one missed. Yakuminski wouldn't budge, and he stays alive.
Beautiful pitch again. That breaking ball is Really fun to watch. Great action from Bully. Would love to see it a third time in a row.
Count even at 2. Bully delivers, popped foul. First base side, Michelle going to look at that one, but that gets out.
Went with the fastball that time.
Yep. Throwing 2 straight curveballs and try to get him out with the heater, but Yakuminski just got a piece of it. Still 2 runners on, first and second, with 2 outs in the top of the third. Count even at 2. Bully fires. That's checked, and it's going to be a called ball. Yakuminski just able to hold up. Now the count goes full with 2 out.
Barely held that one up. Home plate umpire immediately checking the infield umpire.
So the runner's likely going to be on the move in this scenario. Michelle backing away from that first base bag, as is the rest of the infield, and Yakuminski going to call time.
Big pitch right here to kind of remove any momentum that Boonville feels that they might be collecting in this top of the third inning.
Boonville did score 8 runs in the first game, so offensively they were doing something right. Bully resets and now going to step off and check on that runner in Callis.
Smart right there from Bully, making sure that Callis isn't leaving any earlier than he should be.
Count remains full. Bully delivers. And that's a called strike 3. Bully not wasting any time, right down the middle with the high heater. And that's his 7th strikeout, tying his season high for the 3rd straight game.
Absolutely dealing right now is Brian Bully. Continues to dominate this Boonville lineup straight up and down. You love to see it.
So Boonville able to get 2 runners on in the top of the third, but no runs as Stallions still holding on to an 8-1 lead. New pitcher coming on for Boonville. We'll get to that name right after this. You're listening to Saugerties Stallions baseball from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Saugerties Stallions baseball brought to you by the Jolly Cow. The Jolly Cow in Lake Katrine, because everybody loves ice cream. Main Street Restaurant, voted best Mexican restaurant in the Hudson Valley. And by Senator Michelle Hinchy. She represents you. It's the 3rd pitcher of this game for the Boonville Baseball Club as Timmy Flippin comes in to face 2, 3, and 4 in the Stallion lineup.
Flippin now the third arm we've seen out of the Boonville Baseball Club. We'll take a look now at Millen's final line. He went 1 full inning, allowed 5 hits, 5 runs, all of which were earned, a singular walk, and a strikeout to his credit. Stallions have seen Timmy Flippin before. He was back in that doubleheader contest. He actually made an appearance in both of those games. 2-0 record to his name, 3.50 ERA in 14 games. 2 saves, 18 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts, 9 walks, and 17 hits.
And one of those wins coming against the Stallions, he pitched a 1/3 of an inning in both of those doubleheader games. So now going to make a start, or make an appearance here, and give some length out of this Boonville pitching staff. Jelani Rogers going to be the first to test him.
Another little tidbit of information for you in both of those contests. 1/3 innings pitched in both of them. Only faced 1 batter each time.
He did his job.
quite efficient. He's a little bit of a setup guy. Nicely done.
And now the first batter he'll face tonight, Jelani Rogers, takes a first pitch ball. And obviously Boonville looking to have him face more than one batter in this game, already down 7. And trying to not use as many arms. They used a lot of arms in game 1 as well.
Ended up having to resort to the guy that's now playing out in the left field in Jacob Bonzen at one point.
1-0 coming to Rogers. That's going to be taken outside for a ball. Rogers 1 for 2 so far today, singled back in the first and struck out his last time up in the second.
Hoping to see him start off the Stallion bottom of the third frame with a base runner.
2-0 coming from Timmy as he fouled right back into the visitors' bullpen, almost hit the lone fan sitting there. Not a lot of targets to hit in that visitors' bleacher area, but it almost got the one target.
No, the Boonville faithful doesn't seem to travel very well. Not like our Saugerties faithful. That group, boy, do they travel deep.
2-1 to Jelani. It's going to be well outside for ball 3. It's Jelani Rogers looking to get on base for the second time in this game. Got on base 3 times in game 1 with a single and 2 walks. 3-1 on the way. It's going to be taken inside for a strike. Rogers was on his way to first as Simpson couldn't hold on to the ball, but the umpire going to let the at-bat keep going.
Rewarding Simpson with a dropped pitch right there with a called strike. Tough look right there. You don't typically see that.
The count is run full with nobody out in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Flippin has a 3.50 ERA, looking to keep that at a low mark. Full count pitch to the left fielder is being taken. There's ball 4. Jelani looking at that pitch low, and there's a leadoff base runner for Brandon Fish.
Now this is what we want to see. New arm, unaware of who he's got to face. Brandon Fish, 2 for 2 already. An RBI to his name, 2 runs scored. This is his 3rd at-bat. I don't know about you, Logan. I know I speak for the both of us. I'm pumped.
Looking for his 3rd hit in as many innings. See if Fish can provide that magic. Rogers on the move. That pitch in the dirt and into the backstop. Rogers already at second. He's going to try and go to third, but he'll retreat back. So it's a Benson steal for Jelani Rogers. Almost got some more out of it, but was able to smartly hold back. Second steal for the Stallions today.
Nicely done, Jelani, picking a great pitch to go on. The first one of the at-bat to Fish was something soft. And Jelani able to get in there easily. That one going all the way to the backstop. He made a very aggressive turnaround second, but thought better of it.
First stolen base since that July 12 Albany game. The 1-0 coming to Fish. That'd be pop foul over the press box. Count even at 1. So Fish able to even the count. Jelani Rogers now on at second. Still nobody out. Karp loosely holding on to Jelani at that second base bag. 1-1 coming to Fish. And he lines that one out towards short, and he makes a diving stop. Karp does. Able to stay on his feet for the first out, and Brandon Fish almost went 3 for 3, but that line drive hit in the wrong spot.
You hate to see it. That was a really nice play from Karp. He had to leap out of the air and snag that one out of the night sky. Nice piece of hitting right there from Fish. Kept his hands inside the baseball, delivered a hard line drive. Karp just thwarting a third base hit from Brandon Fish.
It's smart base running from Jelani Rogers. Wasn't too far off the bag to prevent the double play. Now Easton Bertrand coming up for his 3rd trip. Flipping, checking Rogers. First pitch coming. Easton is grounded out towards the left side of the infield. Stone on the stop. Throw on to first. Will be in time. Jelani smartly staying at that second base bag, but it's a 1 pitch out for Easton Bertrand. And now once again with runners on, Garrett Michelle coming up. He's also 2 for 2 today.
What did he do today? Oh, that's right. That monster blast back in the first inning that drove in 3 runs in the bottom of the first frame. You really, really would hate to see it again, wouldn't you?
First pitch coming to Garrett this time around will be a called strike. And you mentioned it, Michelle did touch them all his first time around, touched every one of those bases. Had a single in the last inning.
I see what you did there.
He's down to the count 0-1. Jelani Rogers still on that second base bag with 2 away. The 0-1 from Flippin, well high. Garrett Michelle on a nice 4-game hitting streak, It has started back in that July 14th Oneonta game. 1-1 coming to him. That's hit out towards left field, but shallow in foul territory, and that's going to pick the area foul ball.
Little Leaguers converging on that one. Nice play over there from some of the Little Leaguers that are here tonight.
The Blackhawks.
The Blackhawks.
No Patrick Kane or any of those guys.
They rep the reverse pinstripes as well. Some pretty slick-looking jerseys, all black with the white pinstripes. Don't see that too often.
Can't name any other Blackhawks besides Patrick Kane.
It's because they're irrelevant.
Michelle's still down in the count 1-2. Flipping checks on Rogers. 1-2 coming. It's going to be a check swing, a called ball on the outside.
Who thought that you'd come to a Saugerties Stallions PGCBL broadcast to catch strays about the Chicago Blackhawks hockey team?
You never know what you're going to get on these broadcasts. Kind of like the box of chocolates quote. We hit on everything here. Count even a 2 to Michelle. Pitch coming, and that's going to be chopped out towards the right side of the infield. Pap's racing in, and he loses it. It's an infield single for Garrett Michelle. He's 3 for 3 today and used every bit of speed he had to leg that one out.
Just another one of those, if you're hot, you're red hot, able to get on one of the cheapest ways you can imagine. Just a choppy ball that went over the very tall frame of Flippin on the mound and ate up Paps, who had to charge and would have had to make a really nice play coming in from second base.
And now another player that has been on base twice today will be J.P. Ty. Both of them have been on walks. One of them a bases-loaded variety to get himself an RBI. Now batting with runners at the corners. First pitch coming to J.P. is chopped lined out towards shallow left field. Carp ranging into the outfield for it. He'll make the grab. Stallions get runners at the corners, but no runs as it remains an 8-1 lead for Saugerties, as we're through 3 here at Kansas Field. Don't go anywhere. More action to come from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. It's the first Dallas Hot Wieners call to the bullpen of the day. Dallas Hot Wieners bringing the sauce out of the bullpen as Brian Booley's day is done after 3 innings, and in comes TJ Lopez.
Welcome back to the mound, Mr. TJ Lopez. Nice to see you out of Weber International. The right-hander, this is going to be now his 9th appearance on the year. He's got a 1-2 record, a 7.0 ERA. In 18 innings pitched, he's got 18 strikeouts, 8 walks, and allowed 30 hits. looking to keep some of those numbers a little bit down here tonight. He's got an 8-1 cushion, usually coming in a little bit tighter contest. Last time we saw him, though, was in a 10-0 game against Glens Falls, where he received the win in 4 innings pitched, no runs, 4 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts.
It was not only the longest outing that Lopez has had this year, it was the only time he's gotten a win so far this year, and TJ Lopez was able to close out Glens Falls then, and now looking to do the same for the Boonville Baseball Club. This is the first time that Lopez has faced Boonville so far this year. Did not play in either doubleheader game.
Caps off to a great outing from Brian Booley in those 3 innings. He went 2 hits, 1 run, not earned, 2 walks, and of course 7 strikeouts. Consistently hitting that 7 strikeout mark, but not able to eclipse it.
Now he'll be facing Lane Gay. Lopez will, the first pitch he sees, will be fouled right into the VIP section and right to a fan who was right over there waiting for that ball to drop in, which it did. And Gay was able to hit a single his last time up. He's the K-man for today's game, and Lopez going to be facing 6, 7, 8 in the Boonville lineup. 0-1 from TJ, well high.
Rob on the PA is absolutely dumbfounded by the nice play made in the grandstands from one of the Little Leaguers in attendance. It was a snag.
Not Patrick Kane, probably not even one of the Blackhawks. Count even at 1 to Gay, pitch on the way, and he swung on a miss for a strike 2, and the K-man's in a 2-strike hole.
I challenge you in the next however long we have left on this broadcast, name any other current Blackhawk player.
Is Malcolm Subban still on their team? I don't know.
No idea.
I don't know.
You were asking the last person I would
1-2 from Lopez. Swung on a miss for strike 3, and the K-man delivers in the game, and that's his first strikeout. Lopez is first, and the first batter he's seen, and there's 1 away in the top of the 4th.
That is absolutely electric. Way to make your presence known, TJ Lopez, facing the K-man, putting him down exactly how he deserves to with the punchy. Nicely done, 1 away.
That'll be Jacob Bonzen coming up for his second at-bat. He struck out looking to end the first against Brian Booley. First pitch he'll see from Lopez is right down the middle for a strike. Bonzen getting the start at right field in this matchup. Ended the last game as a pitcher.
We continue to harp on that fact.
It's down at the count 0-1, and Lopez gets the breaking ball in the inside part of the zone for strike 2, and TJ Lopez is wasting no time here against this baseball club, bottom of the lineup.
Oozing confidence right now. He has 7 runs to work with.
0-2 from TJ, that breaking ball well high.
Bonzen currently riding a 5-game hitting streak, so I'll have to keep an eye on that.
Lopez still in a 2-strike count. 1-2 coming to Bonzen. That's popped up. Heading towards the press box now to play.
I got it. Oh.
Not like the little leaguer. He could not make the play. Lopez's season high in strikeouts is 3. He's gotten that a few times so far this year. Already at 1, close to 2. 1-2 again from Lopez. Breaking ball just high.
33% of the way to tying it. Yes, we do math here in the Ulster Savings broadcast booth.
Booley was 100% at his previous season high, getting 7 strikeouts in his start, just 3 innings.
Big percentage guys over here.
2-2 from Lopez. That's me chopped out towards second. Heckert racing in. The underhand throw on to first will be in time. And that was a 100% chance that ended in an out, Kyle.
That ball was 100% going to hit the ground before touching a glove. See how we do that?
See, you never know what you're going to get with this Ulster Savings broadcast booth, but we're also big math guys.
Big math.
It's a contrast to the normal communications majors.
I was going to say, my degree has no sort of math involved in it. Regardless, we can still do it. Versatile. That's on our resume.
First pitch coming to Brady Karp is going to be a called strike on the upper part of the zone, and probably the most amount of math knowledge that I have was acing Algebra 1 in college.
You really didn't need to air that out. Nobody's giving you a pat on the back.
Karp behind in the count 0-1. Lopez delivers. Breaking ball chopped out towards shallow center, and that drops in front of Rogers for a base hit. 2-out single for the Boonville Baseball Club, just their 3rd hit on the day.
Good piece of hitting right there from Karp. He was able to just keep his hands inside the baseball, shorten it up, hit a soft liner out into left field, get a 2-out base runner for Boonville.
That keeps the inning going for Donnie Stone, the 3rd baseman. Stone's had a lot of balls kind of chopped out towards him. Or actually, correction, looks like be a new pitcher coming on, or new hitter coming on, excuse me, as Zach Crampton going to be taking the spot of Donnie Stone. Crampton took a first pitch strike in the zone, and Crampton taking over for Donnie Stone. It's had a rough night at the 3rd base bag defensively. Crampton behind 0-1. Lopez from the stretch is just going to miss low.
Crampton, a .224 hitter in 58 at-bats. He's got 13 hits, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 12 runs, 11 RBIs, 7 walks, and 24 strikeouts.
Looking to add to most of those totals here in this at-bat. Not all of them.
Not all of them.
1-1 pitch to him as he swung on and missed at a pitch in the dirt. And Karp on the move to second. Ty won't even register a throw as that ball got behind him. So Brady Karp going to advance on a wild pitch.
That one took a weird bounce off the catcher's chest protector of Ty, trickled towards the Stallion dugout. The base runner able to move up 90 feet relatively easily.
Lopez looking to finish off the 3rd consecutive scoreless inning for the Stallion pitching staff. 1-2 from TJ. Breaking ball cut on and fouled back towards the netting. And that'll land into the Boonville dugout.
You love to see the way that TJ is approaching these hitters. He's not afraid to mix things up. He's filling the strike zone off very nicely. Not afraid to go to his off-speed stuff early in counts and, of course, late.
So we'll do it all over again as Lopez checks on the runner at second. That's Karp. Now the 1-2 coming from him is almost a foul tip, but Ty unable to handle that one on the foul ball from Donnie Stone. Or actually, correction, Zach Crampton. I keep doing that.
We're not going to fault you for making mistakes. You're only human. As much as you don't act it sometimes, you are only human.
Very forgiving Ulster Savings broadcast booth.
Versatile. That's what we're all about. Forgiving, we're math guys, hockey guys.
Somewhat.
Not really.
1-2 again from Lopez is grounded out towards third. Fish on the grab. The running throw onto first will be in time. And it's a scoreless inning for TJ Lopez. Stallions still holding on to an 8-1 lead here through 3.5 here at Kansas on field. Don't go anywhere. More action to come from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Saugerties Stallions baseball brought to you by Mike Yanta, Custom Masonry and Excavation, and by Mirabella's Restaurant. Perfect for friends and family tonight and every night. Also by Montano's Shoe Store. The best athletes wear the best from Montano's.
Round of applause there for getting the word excavation right there on the ad read. Logan Barandis.
I almost said it wrong, but I got it right.
Doesn't matter if you said it almost anything. You got it right, my friend. That's all that matters.
And now applause also should be going to Timmy Flippin, the first Boonville pitcher to go multiple innings in this game. Back out for inning number 4. He went through a scoreless third inning, be facing the bottom 3 in the lineup, 7, 8, 9. First with Jake Scrine. Scrine, 2 for 2 so far today, has a single and a double to this point.
And 2 RBIs.
That too. Very important. 2 of the 8 RBIs so far on the day. Flippin faced 5 batters his last time, only allowed 1 hit. That went to Garrett Michelle. First pitch to Scrine is to be a swing and a miss on a low breaking ball. So Flippin facing more than 1 batter for the first time against the Stallions in his 3rd outing against them. It's ahead on Scrine, 0-1. Flippin gets his sign. Pitch on the way to Scrine. He lets that one go outside. Scrine shifting from first base to DH in this one. He was at first base in game 1 against the baseball club. Now getting a little bit of a rest. Count even on Jake. Flippin delivers. Well outside again. Scrine coming into this one, a .291 hitter so far with a home run and 18 RBIs. Coming into this doubleheader, he's an impressive 5 for 7 in the prior doubleheader against the baseball club. 3 RBIs.
Keep in mind the pinch hitter, Zach Crampton, is a full-on defensive replacement. He's over there at third base. He's looking at his glove like he's never seen one before. I'm kind of curious as to if it's even his.
So Donnie Stone's day is done. 2-1 to Scrine is going to go low, and now it's 3-1. Get a little ahead of myself.
Does Donnie Stone not sound like a fake name to you two?
I don't think I've ever thought about it before.
Yeah.
I think you might have a point.
Tommy Flippin even?
Timmy.
I think these are fake names.
It's Timmy Flippin.
Timmy Flippin, exactly. See, my point.
3-1 pitch from Timmy is going to hit Scrine. Hit him, just got him on the left shoulder, and it'll be a leadoff base runner for the Saugerties Stallions. The 3rd inning in a row they've had a leadoff man.
The Heck man 0 for 1, as you said. Reaching base safely twice, hoping to kind of open some floodgates, get some Stallion runners up and around these bases. We haven't seen it since last half inning.
Heckert has reached base twice, but none of them have come off a hit. He walked his first time up and reached on an error to Donnie Stone at 3rd, back in the 2nd. First pitch coming to Heckert to be looked at outside. Scrine doesn't have a lot of wheels on that first base bag, but he has stolen the occasional bag.
He actually has no wheels. He's got feet.
Does have a stolen base against Boonville. 1-0 is going to be taken on the outer part of the zone for a strike from Heckert.
No, but judging by his frame, you wouldn't assume that he's got any sort of speed, but he really does for his size and really in general as a corner infielder and a catcher at times. Has decent speed for sure.
Count even as the 1-1 pitch is coming. That breaking ball right down the middle for a strike.
Something real soft right there from Mr. Flippin. That was a good location right there. Good time for it. 1-1 breaking pitch.
There is more action in that Boonville bullpen. Despite Flippin's strong day, no action in the Stallion pen.
Most zeros we've seen on the scoreboard in either of these games so far.
Scrine on the move. 1-2 pitch is going to be fouled away, so hit and run attempt unsuccessful there. And we talk about Scrine having some wheels and trying to test that glove, and Simpson has already allowed 2 stolen bags to reach.
Doesn't have straight steal on my own kind of speed, but certainly has protect me with the swing at the plate kind of speed.
Scrine's last stolen base came back on July 12th against the Albany Dutchman on the road. Heckert was able to stay alive, still down 1-2. Pitch coming to Brett low. And Brett Heckert has been really consistent at one thing, getting on base. It's a long on-base streak stretching all the way back to that June 28th Mohawk Valley doubleheader. Count even at 2. Flip and fire. Scron on the move. It swung on a miss for strike 3. Simpson throws on to second, but Scron gets in standing up. It's the third Benson steal of the day, and Jake Scron, the man to get the job done.
Another hit and run was on there. The swing and the miss gets the Stallions their first out of the half inning, but the ever so fleet of footed Jake Scron able to get himself in scoring position. Nicely done.
And now Colin Mackel coming up, looking to reach base for the first time today. He's 0 for 2 with a flyout and a pop-up.
Love to see something big from Mr. Big Mac himself.
Batting with a runner on second. First pitch to him from Flippin is in the outside. Stallions with 10 hits in this game and have 8 runs as well. Boonville just 3 hits and 1 run. Mackel ahead 1-0. Flippin checks back. Pitch on the way. Mackel just getting a piece of that one foul. Goes off the catcher's gear of Simpson, but he seems to be okay. Colin Mackel with hits in 2 of his last 3 games. One of them coming yesterday against the Amsterdam Mohawks. Went 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts in that game. Count even on the Stallion right fielder. One coming from Mackel is going to be checked, and it went well outside.
Colin Mackel yet to catch a stride here in the PGCBL, but an incredible personality, great clubhouse guy. You love talking to him every day. Just the biggest smile, always here, ready to work, ready to compete. You just really hope to see that he strings it together at some point.
2-1 coming to Colin as he pops up left side of the infield. And Crampton racing forward at third. He'll make the grab for out number 2. Second time Colin Mackel's popped up to the left side of the infield today, and there's 2 away. And we go back to the top of the lineup with Max Codier. If you talk about Colin Mackel and just his personality, one of the few veterans to return to the Stallion team. Mackel was on last year's championship team.
He's got the rock to prove it as well. Stallions, reigning champs. They say it's hard to win one, and it's even harder to win a second one. So this Stallion team is coming alive in a great time of the year to defend that title.
First pitch comes to another veteran. Max Codier is going to be taking low for a ball in the dirt.
And for those of you who haven't heard in recent broadcasts, transferring from the University of Virginia over across enemy territories into Mountaineer, West Virginia lines. So congratulations to Max Codier for finding himself a new home.
1-0 coming to the new West Virginia products. Will be taken inside for a strike. So Codier going to be staying in Power 5 territory, and he has been a very good one at that with Virginia.
Deservedly so. He is a Power 5 guy. He's got great tools. You can just see, judging just by the way that he approaches an at-bat, strings together great at-bats.
1-1 to him as he lined out towards the left side of the infield, and that gets by Paps for a base hit. Scron on his way home. The throw going to be cut off. It'll be an RBI single for Max Codier, and it's now a 9-1 Stallion lead.
Great piece of hitting right there from Codier. Waited for a fastball there. Drove it hard into right field. Jake Scron getting the wheels churning and burning, giving the Stallions another Hell's Mortal Insurance run. That's 9-1 in the 4th inning.
The second hit for Max Codier, the other one was a bunt single. Now it brings up Jelani Rogers. Rogers 1 for 2 today, had a single back in the first, also walked in the last inning. Now batting with a runner on third and 2 away. First pitch he'll see from Flippin is going to go in the dirt and by Simpson. Codier's going to trot on into second, and it's a wild pitch from Flippin to get another runner in scoring position. So Rogers doesn't have to do much to advance a runner, but now in a very good spot to bring in a run. Has RBIs in his last 2 games. One in this doubleheader as well. The 1-0's going to be outside. Got a doubleheader, or got a RBI, early in yesterday's game against the Amsterdam Mohawks. game where he got the start at second base. Rogers in a hitter's count, 2-0. Flippin checks on Codier. 2-0 coming to Jelani as he cut on and tipped into the glove of Simpson for a strike. And Jelani seeing his average up to 289 heading into this game with 10 RBIs.
6 hits in just his last 4 games as well. Doing a really nice job at the dish as of late, Jelani.
Flippin looking to end this inning for Boonville. The 2-1 at Rogers, just high. Brandon Fish standing on deck for the Stallions, and you know the kind of clutch gene he possesses with runners on.
Absolutely. 3-1 count now. He's got a great spot here with Codier leading off second.
3-1 on the way, and Rogers going to let that one go for ball 4. Just on the outside of the zone, and now there's 2 men on for Brandon Fish. And there'll be a quick mound visit between the catcher, Simpson, and his pitcher, Flippin. Fish has 3 hard hit balls today, but he's 2 for 3. Was retired for the first time on a line out to the shortstop in Carp, and out comes the Boonville coach, and it looks like he's going to make a change on the mound.
Don't blame him with Brandon Fish coming up and the struggling Flippin. Gonna have to wait and see who's gonna relieve him, but doesn't matter when a guy like Brandon Fish is at the plate. We've got all the confidence in the world in our guy.
So Boonville's still going, but Flippin's day is done, and we'll see who comes in to replace him. Don't go anywhere. More to come from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Pitching change for the Boonville Baseball Club as Timmy Flippin's day is done, and now in comes the leadoff hitter from Game 1 in Giovanni Calamia. He's on to throw a few baseballs.
But hold your hats. He is, in fact, a registered two-way. This is now his 7th appearance on the mound. He's currently 0-1 with a 2.84 ERA and 6 1/3 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts to his name, 2 walks, 4 hits. Last time he pitched was just back on July 16th when Boonville lost 7-6 against Oneonta. Calamia did get the loss in an inning pitch through a run. That was an earned one. 2 hits, a walk, a strikeout, and 5 batters faced.
And he'll be brought in with a tough task to retire the Stallions' hottest hitter in Brandon Fish. Fish already 2 for 3 today, getting bat with 2 runners on and 2 away in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch he'll see from the righty Calamia is going to go low in the dirt. The Stallions not in mercy rule territory like they were in Game 1 just yet. They would still need 2 more runs to get in that territory. Jelani Rogers at first representing that run that would bring in the 11th run.
This is the guy you'd like to see at the dish, though.
1-0 to Fish. Going to go just inside for a called strike. The Stallions have already played 5 innings in Game 1, and if they do get the mercy in Game 2, it'll be the second straight day they've played 10 innings. had a 10-inning game against the Amsterdam Mohawks. Count even at 1 to Fish. Calamia fires well high. Fish taking his time against the new arm for the baseball club. Codier on at second, Rogers at first. 2-1 coming to Fish. Going to go just high and in. Take a quick look at some out-of-town scores. Albany holding a 6-4 lead on the road against Watertown, but a result that a lot of Stallions fans probably be interested in. Oneonta down 6-3 against Auburn. Mohawk Valley and Utica supposed to play. No registered score just yet. 3-1 to Fish. Going to be a breaking ball that finds the middle of the zone for a strike. Mohawk Valley was supposed to play yesterday as well, also against Boonville, but did not end up playing. Count full. Calamia delivers. That's going to go low, and that'll get by Simpson for ball 4. Codier going to stay on at third, but it loads up the bases for Easton Bertrand.
Unfortunate for us, we didn't get to see Fish swing the bat too much in that one, but bases are full of ponies once more, and one of the loudest swinging bats in the Stallion lineup in Easton Bertrand is going to have a chance to plate some runs.
And Bertrand did have that home run in the first inning in game 1. And he's 1 for 3 so far today, with his one hit being a bunt single that came back in the second. First pitch, he'll see from Calamia, is going to be chopped out towards the right side of the infield. Paps racing in. Throw on to first will be in time. So Giovanni Calamia able to strand the bases loaded for the Saugerties Stallions as they hold on to a 9-1 lead here through 4 innings. Don't go anywhere. More action to come from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Saugerties Stallions baseball brought to you by Peak Trading. Need to lift that upper tide down? Peak Trading has the supplies. And by Pretorius and Conrad, civil and environmental engineering and land surveying. TJ Lopez back out for inning number 2, only faced 4 batters his first inning. And now he'll be facing 10, 1, and 2 in the Boonville lineup, starting with Shaolin Simpson, who's had a rough day behind the dish and at the plate.
And you got to take note, of course, leaving the infield is the incredible grounds crew here at Cantine, consistently here fixing up this field, changing the bases in between innings during this doubleheader, dragging the infield as well, taking out all of the imperfections that have occurred during the first 4 innings of work. Just absolutely spoiled here at Cantine are these Stallions.
Now back on the field, Lopez delivers, and Simpson going to take that pitch for a strike. And with all the tournaments and just other non-Stallion games in these as well that are played, the grounds crew has a lot of work to do, and they deserve a lot of credit for the work that they do. The 0-1's going to go just high.
Certainly, this is a 7-day-a-week job, 24/7. I mean, they have to be ready at all times. Irrigation problems, they have to be here on a whim to be able to fix anything that happens.
Count even at 1. Lopez delivers. That swung on and missed. A late swing by Simpson. And he's trying to avoid striking out for the second straight time.
And it's not to toot our own horns. We get here relatively early for home games, and we always see these guys have been here for hours before we even came close to thinking about coming
1-2 swung on and missed by Simpson for strike number 3. Second strikeout for TJ Lopez so far today. And there's one away in the top of the 5th.
And second strikeout for Mr. Simpson. TJ Lopez looks exuberantly confident, and it's really nice to see. He's struggled on the mound at times during the year, just doing a great job here tonight.
And you mentioned, I'll actually talk about this after the first pitch coming to A.J. Pabst. Lopez fires. It's be taken for a strike, but mentioned just the overall crew coming in here very early for their games. Most of the crew having a perfect attendance, most of the crew having one, but a lot of work to be done before games.
Oh, absolutely.
0-1 from Lopez, going to go well inside.
You know, that is such a low blow.
A.J. Pabst looking to reach base for the second time today. Got on via a walk his first time around and takes the 1-1 pitch low.
I had to get, you know, I had to get sent home, all right? I don't want to start this with you.
2-1 coming from Lopez. Going to be cut on and fouled back, but a lot of fun in the Ulster Savings broadcast booth, especially with these kind of games.
Oh, absolutely. We have about as much fun as these Stallions do playing baseball. We get to call it, enjoying the heck out of this summer. It's been really fun, even with the highs and lows of the season.
Lopez fires the 2-2. That's cut on and fouled over the Boonville dugout.
Straight off the Stallion shed that's tucked behind the away dugout here at Cantine.
TJ Lopez looking to tie his season high in strikeouts with number 3. 2-2 to Pabst, well high. Pabst has struck out once before. Struck out back in the 3rd against Brian Booley. He has yet to put a ball in play in game number 2.
How well do you know your Stallions? What's TJ's real first name?
I'll pass that one.
That's right. I would too.
Full count from Lopez. That's going to be grounded right over the middle of the infield. Codier ranging in. The throw from the second base bag will get wide left. Pabst now on his way to second as Michelle has to chase for that ball, and it's going to be it'll go for 2 bases for A.J. Pabst. It'll probably be ruled an E6 on the throw.
I'd have to imagine it'll probably go down as an infield hit with a throwing error. As you said, that was a really tough play to even get Pabst. Speedster running up the bases. Really tough play ranging to his left, straight up the middle.
Still waiting for the official ruling on it, but Dan Talkin going to be coming up as the number 2 man for the baseball club. Talkin 0 for 2 so far. Reached on an error from Brett Heckert at the first and flew out his last time up. First pitch coming to Talkin's going to be just high and out. And it will be ruled an E6 officially on the hit from Pabst. So the second error of from the middle infield today for the Stallions. The 1-0 is going to be looked at right down the middle for a strike.
Yeah, certainly could have gone either way. Really tough play for Codier to make. Regardless, it would have been an error to get Pabst up to second base.
Count even at 1. Lopez checks on Pabst at second. 1-1 coming. That's going to be fouled over everything.
Seeing a very heavy shift from the Stallions. Yeah, Codier all the way behind second base now. Brett Heckert in that 4-hole, really the 3-4 hole. And Garrett Michelle basically saddling the first baseline.
1-2 on the way to Talkin. It's being grounded out towards Codier again. Redemption time here. The throw on to first will be in time and on target for the second out.
Perfectly placed there. Right up the middle. Codier didn't have to move very far for that one. Nicely done from the defensive alignment from the Stallions, and a great job of recovery from Max Codier.
Pabst did advance to third. Now that'll bring up Bryce Callis. And you talk about both Codier and Heckert making their first starts in about a week or so and both having errors. It's kind of been an adjustment for both these guys coming back. First pitch to Callis going to be outside.
And by the way, they don't have perfect attendance. I don't hear you barking up their tree.
Very true.
Yeah, very true, actually. About spot on as you can get, Mr. Barandis.
Callis behind 1-0. Lopez delivers. It's going to be taken low for ball 2. And talk about attendance. Garrett Michelle out yesterday. Has a home run today, so making up for it.
Yeah, they make up for it in different ways. I can't do as much as they can. I get it. I don't have that home run pizzazz. You know, I'm just one of the guys. I'm just here.
Callis ahead 2-0. Pitch coming. It's be popped up. It's still in play behind Ty. Races for it, and he'll make the grab. J.P. Ty coming up in the clutch spot to keep Boonville off the board in the top of the 5th, and the Stallions still hold a 9-1 lead. Don't go anywhere. More action to come from the Ulster Savings broadcast booth. Saugerties Stallions baseball brought to you by Rip Van Winkle Country Club. Bring your swing to the Rip. And by Saugerties Athletic Association, where having fun is what matters. And it's corny, I know, but the Stallions have been having a lot of fun in this doubleheader. Had 22 runs in Game 1, 9 in Game 2, with a chance for more. Trying to attack on reliever Giovanni Calamia. It'll be Garrett Michelle to lead things off. Michelle, a perfect 3 for 3 with his first hit being a 3-run home run back in the first. First pitch to Garrett here will be fouled out towards the Boonville dugout. And Garrett Michelle also with an RBI in game 1, went 2 for 2, so has not been retired yet today. The 0-1 to Garrett, well high.
And judging by that baseball swing, can imagine he won't have to retire for quite some time.
Could have a long career ahead of him. 1-1 on the way to Michelle, going to be inside for a strike. And the MLB draft was held a couple days ago. No Stallions or no current or former Stallions were picked, but Michelle could change things maybe in a few years.
Certainly have a feeling that it's trending that direction. He's got a lot of pop.
1-2 coming. That's lined. Foul out towards the left field side in the picnic area. And looking over there, there is action in that Stallion pen. So if this game does go longer than 5 innings, we will probably see a new pitcher, but that remains to be seen. Calamia delivers. Michelle taking that one low. Garrett Michelle has come around to score twice, both of them coming in the first 2 innings of play. Count even a 2, pitch delivered, and that's going to be fouled back into the Boonville dugout yet again. So Garrett stays alive.
3 for 3, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored, 2 singles, the big fly. I mean, this is just ridiculous at this point.
An OBP of 1,000 in these 2 games. 2-2 on the way, going to go in the dirt.
I mean, 5 for his last 5. He's having a great day. Great day is putting it very mildly. He's electric.
That's something that the kids will say. Michelle has worked the count full on Calamia. He delivers. Michelle going to lose his bat, but the ball also goes foul into the dugout, but the bat made its way over to first base coach Alon Trisquita. So I think that's the first time we've seen a bat leave the hands of a batter for either side in any game we've called so far.
Electing to go with no batting gloves. Now everybody very nervous.
So the common line that has been said in movies is the bat went further than the ball, and the bat did go further than the ball on that one. The count does go full as Michelle managed to just get a piece of that one somehow. Calamia fires. Michelle lines that one out towards right. Talking racing in, but he won't get there. It's another single for Garrett Michelle. A perfect 4 for 4 on the day, and this time able to hang on to the bat and make great contact.
Held on to it plenty long enough, that one. Just dropping the barrel head straight on a lot of these fastballs, driving it. You can see that he just uses his lower half to perfection. Just incredible use of his body for someone so young, just 18 years old.
First pitch coming to JP Ties, and a get by Simpson. Michelle on his way to second. He'll make it without a throw. So Garrett Michelle able to advance on the wild pitch, which Ty didn't even offer at. And JP Ty also representing that mercy rule run, as in 7 inning doubleheaders, the mercy rule is 10 runs over 5 innings. The game would come to an end. Game 1, the Stallions didn't have to bat in the 5th. Things a little different here in Game 2.
Sort of a catch-22. You don't want to see the Stallions stop playing.
1-0 is going to go just outside for a strike.
You don't want to see the Stallions stop playing, but you also don't want to see them stop hitting. So where do you do at this point?
You don't want to see the momentum come to an end, but the hitting might have to stop eventually. Stallions with 12 hits already. Count even. 1-1 at Ties. He popped up. Right side of the infield. Pabst ranging towards the second base bag. He'll make the grab for out number 1 and run back to Garrett Michelle, who was not even one step off the bag. That brings up Jake Scrine.
Scrine, man, is another very hot hitter for your Stallions. 2 for 2 on the night. 2 RBIs. Reached base safely in his last at-bat via the walk. Came around to score via the RBI single from Max Codier.
Scrine, a perfect 2 for 2 today with a single and a double. Was hit by a pitch his last time up. Now batting with a runner on second and just 1 out. First pitch coming from Calamia is going to get bounced into the catcher Simpson, but he's able to keep it in front of him. Scrine, another hot hitter in the Stallion lineup, and that's a lot. That's really beneficial for Colin Martin to have a hitter as good as Jake Scrine in that 7 spot.
And there's an excuse to throw him obviously in that 4-hole. There's plenty of excuses to drop him all the way down that 7-hole with the guys hitting as well as they are around him.
1-0 to Jake, and Scrine flies that one out towards shallow right field. Talking ranging in, but Paps will be the one to make the grab, and he will. Very shallow outfield territory for out number 2. So Brett Heckert come up, look at it, get the Stallions at least one in this 5th inning. Heckert has reached base twice so far today. No hits. He's reached on an error and a walk. Struck out his last time up.
Yet to move past that first base bag as well. Hasn't reached base since that 2nd inning where he reached on that E5.
Michelle, a big lead off second. Calamia fires. Well low. So the Stallions had that leadoff single from Garrett Michelle, but since then it's just been a wild pitch to advance him and back-to-back outs.
Back-to-back pop-ups as well. Not what you want to see from the Stallions.
1-0 to Heckert. It's be pop foul. This time out of play.
A couple of chasing swings from the Stallions, those last two. Scrine going out of the strike zone, Ty as well. Just kind of trying to swing at something above their hands, staying all the way under it. Just unfortunate.
Count even to the Stallions' second baseman. 1-1 coming. Breaking ball just missing inside. And Brett Heckert coming into this game, a .263 hitter with 19 RBIs. Started out the season very slow, but has picked things up and fast as of late. 2-1 to Brett. He tries to check his swing, but it's a called strike regardless. So count even at 2 with 2 away in the bottom of the 5th inning. Stallions clinging on to a 9-1 lead here at Kansas 9 Field. Calamia fires, and Heckert just chops at that one foul over the dugout. Runner on at second is Garrett Michelle for the Stallions. 2-2 one more time. Breaking ball line, middle of the infield. That gets into center for a base hit. Michelle going to be held up at third, but it's a single for Brett Heckert. And the ball is going to get by Simpson. Michelle racing towards home. The throw going to be wide. Garrett Michelle showing beautiful base running, and he's able to score for the Stallions. Heckert making it all the way to third, and it's now a 10-1 Stallion lead.
Little circusy right there from Boonville. The center fielder made a nice throw home. Nobody there to cut it off. Simpson unable to corral the bouncing ball into him. Got away from him towards the Stallion dugout. Had a pretty bad throw into home plate with Calamia covering. Michelle able to score, and now Brett Heckert all the way over there at third base. 10-1 score for the Stallions. And
Heckert representing that mercy rule run, so anything in the outfield from Mackle would end this game. First pitch to Gallen to the inside, and don't really know what to say after a play like that. If the throw was even slightly on target, Michelle would have been gunned down at home, but was able to just beat it out. And there will be an error ruled. I don't know on who. So many possible places that could go. It'll be error on the catcher, and Mackle going to pop that one up by the backstop.
Yeah, that one makes the most sense considering Simpson could have fielded the throw home, and he definitely could have made a strong throw into home plate himself with the pitcher covering. And as you said, could have definitely gotten Michelle with a good throw.
Heckert on third, still 2 outs. 1-1 count to Colin Mackle. Calamia fires, that's grounded out towards the right side. Yakuminski going to try and beat that one out, and he'll be safe. It's a walk-off single from Colin Mackle. He was able to slide into first base, and it's another 5-inning victory here at Kansas Field. It's an 11-1 win for the Saugerties Stallions of the Boonville Baseball Club. They sweep today's doubleheader.
Just some incredibly electric baseball from this entire team, top to bottom. Great pitching from some starting pitchers, including Andy Alfont, who struggled early but was able to come back. Stallions scoring 22 runs in the first game and then coming right back with 13 hits in the second game and 11 runs in 5 innings. Just absolutely As incredibly dominant as you could ask for out of a team.
So today, just an incredible offensive outburst in both games for the Saugerties Stallions. Actually put up half the amount of runs in this game than they did in Game 1. 11 runs in 5 innings in Game 2, but 22 runs in Game 1. Just an incredible offensive day for your Saugerties Stallions today, Kyle.
So many guys that we could name player of the game. Could have had almost anybody in the lineup from Game 1. There's a few guys from Game 2 that we threw around names in between innings, but I think we pegged the right guy for this one.
And John Drager has that guy down on the field for today's doubleheader player of the game, John Drager, on the field with Garrett Michelle. John.
I'm here with tonight's Ulster Savings player of the game and Garrett Michelle. Now, Garrett, you had that 3-run bomb back in the first inning, your 4th on the year. How does it feel to be the team leader in home runs just as a high school kid against the rest of your college teammates?
It feels good. It's almost like it's a little competition. We don't go up there and try for them, but it's nice when we get them.
Yeah, and you managed to bounce back after tying Amsterdam in what should have been a 6-5 win back at Shuttleworth Park, taking this momentum and taking it out on Boonville. How do you carry yourselves on into the off day and with Albany coming up?
This off day is going to be huge. We still have some guys sick, so hopefully we're healing up with that, but we'll come back better than ever. Off days really help us.
Garrett, I appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Guys.
And that was John Drager with tonight's Ulster Savings player of the 2 games in Garrett Michelle. And Kyle, what a performance he had. Wasn't retired once during either game.
No, so deservedly so. 2 for 2 in the first game. 4 for 4 in the second one with his first home run of the game, that 3-run blast back in the first inning. And, of course, we can go back and forth between a bunch of guys from Game 1 and Game 2 that could have also been mentioned. There were so many honorable mentions. I mean, Evan Goforth, Easton Bertrand, Brandon Fish, mention him almost every single game at this point. Jake Skrine had a great game. Just everybody up and down the Stallion lineup. They're firing on all cylinders, and it's exactly what you want to see heading towards the latter half of the regular season. 2
wins in one day, going to be big, especially kind of in that playoff race. The Stallions looking to get that number 2 seed in the East Division right behind the Amsterdam Mohawks at number 1. But the Stallions going to have another off day tomorrow, and then we'll head back on the field on the road on the next day where they'll take on the Albany Dutchmen. But until then, for my broadcast partner, Kyle McMullen, for John Drager's over there somewhere, I'm Logan Morandis. We thank you for listening to both games in today's doubleheader between the Boonville Baseball Club. And until next time, have a great rest of your night.